How's it going, everybody? My name is Ryan 45678, and let's talk about an issue I had the other day where my Qidi Plus 4 got stuck on an update screen and how I fixed it. So the issue I'm having, this is actually a different issue. I was trying to fix the current issue, now I have this one. It's kind of complicated. So what happened last night, I was trying to print something. I started having problems in Orca Slicer where it would give me a 502 bad gateway error whenever I tried to upload a print. So I tried updating the printer. You just go on here, go to update, try online update. It looked like it downloaded something, but then it said it failed. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I think what happened is the next time I turned the printer off and then back on, it got stuck on an update screen. And I have a picture that I'll show you. It's not doing that now, which is what I was expecting. I kind of gave up last night, and then I realized I found a Reddit thread actually that pointed to the wiki, and I had seen that page. There's a whole page on the wiki on how to update the firmware on this thing, which is what I was trying to do. I think that's what bricked it, is the failed update. But anyway, they have a whole section at the bottom. I didn't see it because it didn't have a screenshot of what the error looked like. It just said UI fix, and I'm like, oh, and once I saw that, I was like, okay, that's exactly, sounds like my problem. But basically the fix is you download a file onto a empty USB drive, and then, I'm gonna unplug this. That's what that said on the screen. You download the file onto an empty USB drive. Basically do this, plug the USB in, restart the printer, and it should update it. And then there's a second file. The first one is for the UI, the second is for something else. You do those two and it should fix it. And then it's a matter of whether I want to try the update or not. I just don't understand what caused the Wi-Fi issues in the first place, because it was working fine. I was able to send prints, no problem. I guess that's why I was trying to update, because I thought, well, if they just updated, maybe it stops working on the old firmware, which it shouldn't. Anyway, I guess the update was so new that it bricks my machine. I'll plug that back in and let it restart, see what happens. Aha, there we go. That's what I was expecting to see. Sorry, it's bright. Shade your eyes real quick. Yeah, so that's the error I've been getting. It's basically stuck on an update. It's not doing anything. I tried doing all the unplugging stuff. I tried even plugging in my 100-foot Ethernet cable to my wall jack in the living room. No dice. So it's basically, we got to fix this. So let me turn this back off and then I'll show you what I've got. Just unplug it as well. And I'm going to take this USB out. This is the one that came with it. I'm going to use a different one that I have. Okay, forgive me for recording with my phone on a computer screen, but I just formatted this. There was a Reddit thread. That's essentially what they said to do. I'll put a link to this. So this person said using, a different USB than the one that came with it, which I'm doing. And then back to the firmware update. You download this file, which I have. So that goes to their Google Drive. And that is now on that drive. Plug the printer in, turn it on. That should be all we need to do. So it's still got the same error message. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this USB out after I turn the printer off, and I'm gonna try the original USB that came with the printer, because that's what they show on their wiki. Don't know if it matters, but it didn't work, so it doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, that's not looking good. One more time. This time I removed my update folder from that USB just in case that's interfering. But I have it exactly how they have it, with the make screen recovery file, or MKS screen, however you say it. It's in the root directory of the USB, along with everything else. And, oh, it's actually doing it. So it looks like, at least, unless it's a coincidence, what it required was the USB that came with the printer with the stuff they put on there, because it has a folder for Qidi software or Qidi software. What that is in there, I don't know. I haven't looked. Putting that mks screen.recovery file in the root directory of the original USB without an update folder in there. That seemed to work. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to download this other file and put it on my other USB drive. Their instructions are weird. For this one, it looks like the original USB, and that seemed to be the only thing that worked for me. The second file, it says delete all other files, but then they have a screenshot with another file in there, so I'm just going to use a blank USB. So I'm going to download that. It goes to their Google Drive. That's going in there, and I'm going to delete the other one. And we're good to go. Okay, well then, there's still the other file to run, so I'm going to turn this off. I have it on this USB, so I'm just gonna, the same thing. Sorry, hard to do one-handed. Take out the original USB. There we go, and then wait a little bit, and then I'm going to plug it back in and turn it on. That one didn't really do anything, at least as far as I know. So I'm trying this again. Oops. No, nothing happened. So I'm giving this another try on the default USB. I tried a blank USB. I couldn't get it to work. It starts the printer just fine, but there's no indication that it's actually updating anything. So I'm gonna try this. It could be silent. There could be no indication. If this doesn't do anything, I'm just gonna call it good. It's doing something different. Okay, I'll count that as something. It didn't tell me what it did, but I think it did something because the light doesn't normally turn off and then come back on. While I'm doing this, let me go ahead and try to update the firmware. So I've got the update folder in there. It's 1.7. Yeah, 1.7.0. I've also deleted my recovery files because I don't need those anymore. Okay, I've got the USB in. I'm gonna go and do an offline update. And we're gonna update the firmware. I think that may have been what caused the issue because when I went to their GitHub to manually download the file, it basically said they would put out the online update later. And so there was something, it downloaded something. I don't know what it downloaded, but it tried to download something, and I think that's what caused the problem. I don't know how long this will take, but I'm just gonna leave it and let it do its thing. And then I'm gonna hopefully be able to send prints to my printer from OrcaSlicer again. I don't know if that will fix the original problem, but let's hope so. And here we are. It did say to, hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. I deleted all the stuff on here. It did say to redo the input shaping and the bed leveling, which bed leveling is every print. I just leave that on. So I'll do that and I'll see if I can send a print. So I'm heating up the bed. I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna see if I can print a Benchy. So go up to print, upload and print, and we'll see. It actually did. Okay, so I'm gonna go down and stop that because that means my print problem is solved. Here's my big print. The moment of truth will be whether I can upload this to the printer. It's a big one. Yes. It is slow, but it is working. So I'm not sure what happened, but I'm getting the bad gateway error again. It's, I don't know. I don't know if this file's too big, but this time it happened immediately. The first time it started uploading, but then it changed its mind, I guess, towards the end. This time it happened immediately. So I guess I'll just use the stick, and hopefully the screen doesn't break again. So anyway, that's what it took for me to get this thing recovered from that update error. Hopefully that's helped someone. I know it's not the most straightforward video on it. If I could make a tutorial on how to do that step by step, I would. But obviously I don't have that problem right now, so I can't exactly induce it and then go back and make a comprehensive video. So also, I know I said it before, but the issues I was having with just nothing happening, I think what was happening is either I corrupted the USB drive, the red one, like I said, by pulling it out of the printer, or it's just old. But the issue I noticed was my deleted files kept reappearing. I had deleted the first recovery file, and at some point I had gone to copy the new recovery file in, the second one. I noticed the file come back that I know I had deleted. So there are just weird things going on with that USB drive. Anyway, this is a Springtrap head from Five Nights at Freddy's that I'm printing for a friend of mine. Obviously the printer's working. I'll have more videos hopefully soon on just small issues I've had, printer related or not printer related. For example, I've had a lot of tangles, and they're not true tangles where the filament gets wrapped underneath itself. It's just getting caught on the side of the spool, and it's apparently too much and it detects a tangle. I'm still having issues uploading prints from OrcaSlicer. It's not just big prints, it's just kind of intermittent. It may be a Wi-Fi issue. The other thing with this big print, I would have it to where it would try to start it off the USB. It would freeze for about 30 seconds and then go back to the home screen, but not printing. It would just not do anything. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out what was going on. It wouldn't start. It just would not start. You would start it and it would just freeze up. And so what I ended up having to do is it has a little history here of the last thing we printed. And I just clicked on that and it started. So go figure. I'll end this video before I go off on too many more tangents. But yeah.